The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Man, I can't take this anymore. Doc, you gotta help me. Man, this stupid meme is ruining my life.
Now I know just what you need. Olipop. Ridge Rush has got fiber, natural energy. It'll pick you right up.
Whoa, okay. Oh, now that's a rush.
Smile for the camera.
Ocho?
Here you go, internet.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. If you watch the Kansas City Chiefs remain undefeated with a 30-24 victory in overtime, Patrick Mahomes was perfect in overtime, and they go down the field, they get the ball first in OT, and you know a touchdown wins the game, not a field goal. Both teams will get an opportunity to possess the ball if one team kicks a field goal. But Kansas City ended it. They scored a touchdown. 30-24 to remain the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. That guy, my partner, my co-host, he's your favorite 85, the route runner extraordinaire, Liberty City's own, Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Just call him Ocho. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button. And guys, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Every subscriber matters. We thank you for mattering. Because of you, we are who we are. Thank you so very much. Please make sure you check out Shea by LaPortier. We do have it in stock. And you know the holidays are right around the corner. So if we don't have it in a state or a city near you, you can order it and we'll get it to you by Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. You got 3 very important holidays. What better way to celebrate than with Shea by LaPortier? Please go follow my media company page, Shea Media, on all its platforms, and my clothing company, 84. Our newest release dropped last week. I was hell when I was well. I'll lie for you before I lie to you. T-shirts dropped, black nightcap hoodies, and by popular demand, Stay With Me Now hoodies. And of course, our best sellers, the Unc Ocho tees. We got a lot of requests for Unc Ocho tees to come in black. We heard you. We released those this weekend. Quantities are limited. Please make sure you grab yours while supplies last. And guys, we got a very, very special guest with us tonight. I called his ass last week. I said, man, what time you go to bed? He's like, his wife is named Melissa. Melissa, Shannon asked me what time I go to bed. What bed? So he stays up till late. So we have him joining us. He's on the East Coast. Y'all know who he is. He's an MVP. He's a 13-time All-Star, 3-time home run derby champ, a 10-time Gold Glove winner, a 7-time Silver Slugger winner, and one of the greatest baseball players of all time, my good friend, Ken Griffey Jr. Griff, what it do?
Nothing, man. What's going on?
Man, I'm good, man. We looking at the back. Now, you got all the Gold Gloves up there. It's one missing.
It's up there. It's just on top. The first one, people want to touch him, so I bring it
You
down.
got to have one out for him.
Yeah.
That's live.
I keep him up there.
Well, thanks for joining us, Griff. Let's get to what we just saw. We watched the Kansas City Chiefs remain unbeaten, the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes, 34-44, 291, 3 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 27 carries, $106, the game-winning touchdown. Travis Kelce had 14 catches, 100 yards. D-Hop, 8 for 86, 2 touchdowns. Ocho, you and I talked about this last week, that he was going to get even more involved this week. Andy Reid said he was going to get him more involved. In overtime, he wanted him to do what Travis Kelce did against Buffalo. There's nobody over him. He wanted him to belly, and Patrick was going to put the ball on him, Ocho, but he hadn't been there a while. He doesn't know that. So he's running what he would probably run in any other offense. Ocho, when you watched this game last night, what did you like most about what you saw from the Chiefs and pulling out this victory?
For one, what I like most about the Chiefs, I want to mention D-Hop first. And being there for a week and a half or whatever it may be. Obviously, last week he had 2 catches. He wasn't a part of the offense just yet, but D-Hop today looked like the D-Hop of old. He had 8 for 86. He was able to get open, and it seemed like he's finding a nice rhythm and chemistry, obviously, with Patrick Mahomes outside of that play that you're talking about. The Chiefs always find a goddamn way to win, Unc. The Chiefs always I don't listen. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people always complain, the refs are on their side, or the calls that they always get are always timely and always in their favor. But Patrick Mahomes is special, Unc, because when it matters most, he always finds a way to come through and make the plays that matter most in the most opportune times when it counts. And that's what I saw again from him tonight.
Griff, you watched this game in its entirety. You're a big football fan. What did you like? What did you like about the Chiefs? Because the Bucs gave them all they can handle. Give Baker Mayfield credit. Ocho, they're down a touchdown, under 2 minutes to go. He leads them down the field, tie the ball game up. You go to overtime, and a lot of times, whoever gets the ball first. And Kansas City got the ball first, and the rest is, as we say, is history. Griff, what did you like about what you saw in this game?
Well, it's unbelievable. I mean, Patrick, you can't say enough of him. I mean, he's just phenomenal. What I do like is the maturity level that Baker has shown over the years. I mean, he's come a long way from, Oklahoma to now. I mean, that's the most impressive thing that I saw, is how he's adapted to being a professional now compared to that college life. But that team is well-oiled, and they're a lot of fun to watch. 7-0. I mean, it's just, what can you say? I mean, they're a team that you gotta prepare for day in and day out. You're hoping that they get a bye week, so they get a little rusty. But they look like they're gonna get rusty anytime soon.
Yeah, but you look at them, Ocho and Griff, the 2 in-season acquisitions. They get Kareem Hunt, they lose Pacheco. Kareem Hunt's give them the balance in the run game. They need to go down a couple of receivers. They go out and make the trade for D-Hop. That's teams that says we're going for it. A lot of teams talk about, we're trying to win and we're going to go for it. But we don't see the moves that they make to show us that they're going for it. Kansas City Chiefs, they're going for it. I don't believe they're done. I believe they're going to try to add another piece, Ocho, because they say, look, I think they're going to try to add a corner because they want to shore up that side. Because if you notice tonight, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure. Spags like to bring pressure. And you can bring pressure if you got 2 dogs on the edge. Remember they had Snead last year? That McDuffie is as good as we have in this league at the corner position. So I don't believe the Chiefs are done yet. Well, tomorrow we'll find out if they're done or not. But a lot of teams talk about it. The Kansas City Chiefs be about it. They are about it. I like what I saw with give Tampa credit. Now, obviously they ended up losing the game, but I agree with you, Griff. If you look at what he was in college, he didn't in Cleveland. But he's found a home now. He had a short stint in Carolina. For whatever reason, that didn't work out. The Rams, we knew that wasn't going to work out. That was only because he was there because Stafford got injured. And so we know he wasn't going to unseat Stafford. But to go to Tampa, find a home, he had 2 quality receivers, although both of them are out for the time. Chris Godwin is out for the season. We don't know when Mike Evans is coming back, maybe a couple of weeks. He tweaked that hamstring again. But they have a solid team. Atlanta seems to be the cream of that division right now, Ocho. because they're good offensively, defensively. They can throw the football. They got a nice running game with Bijan Robinson and Ayyy. But right now, the Kansas City Chiefs at 8-0, everybody's like, who is going to be the team that knocks them off?
Somebody got to knock them off at some point. And what I think the Chiefs want to do is you want to taste defeat a little early. You want to taste defeat a little early so it doesn't happen later on, especially in the goddamn playoffs. I know it's one thing you think about the Patriots when they had their undefeated season. I'm not sure the Chiefs are built that way offensively to actually go undefeated and beat everybody that's on the remainder of the schedule. But I think that you want to get a loss, you want to get that taste, that sour taste out your mouth, and get one out the way. But dog, I have a question for you. As a matter of fact, I have a question for you and Griff. Who do you think is playing better now at the quarterback position? Lamar Jackson. Now both of them are getting it done in a different way. Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes?
Well, if you look at the totality for the entirety of the game, is Lamar and Jared Goff is playing better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes play well in moments. When it's a moment, it's kind of like, Griffey, you could equate this like a guy might be struggling at the plate, but he come out with runners in scoring position, and it's the bottom of the ninth, or it's the eighth inning, and he gets a hit, he drives into, or he drives it over the fence. That's what Mahomes is a big game hunter. You know, the bigger the game, the better he's going to play. The bigger the moment, the better he's going to play. And he's the one guy you trust because he's been in more of those moments than all the other quarterbacks combined in the NFL. Once Tom Brady left, nobody has been in bigger moments, came up big in bigger moments than one Patrick Mahomes. Griff, what do you like about what you see from Mahomes when you see him in moments like that?
Well, I mean, you know, big time players go to big time situations and they produce. And that's the key. I mean, you know, his track record speaks for himself. He goes on there. Like you said, sometimes he get like a little quirky sometimes, but for the most part, when it's time to lock in, he gets locked in, and you want that. And you want that from, you know, your leaders of your team. And in baseball, the same way. I mean, we got guys that, you know, are streaky, but that guy that comes in and they know he owns them, it's a different at bat. You can see how he walked to the plate. He got a whole different swag to him, you know, because sometimes, you know, he walked to the plate, he's like, oh, I got to face this guy. And then all of a sudden they bring in somebody and he knows he's like, you know, 8 for 14 against him. He got a whole new approach. And sometimes, you know, you need that. And Patrick, like I said, he's phenomenal. I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch the game, especially at the end when he said, win it. I mean, that's what you want. It ain't about, you know, time. He said, I want to win it. So we're going to win it. And that's what you want from your leaders.
Griff, let's try to equate this. Like, you see Kansas City, they're going for the three-peat, and we see some of the moves that they've made. They bring in a D-Hop. They bring in a Kareem Hunt. And the trade deadline is tomorrow, and I don't believe they're done. I still believe they're going to try to go out and get a number one corner to pair alongside Trent McDuffie. When you was playing baseball and you were on teams and they're like, okay, we're going for it, were there a particular player out there that you thought might be available that you guys can break in when you had those great teams in Seattle, when you and A-Rod and Edgar Martinez and you had Randy Johnson, were you like, man, if we had one more bat, or we had one more pitcher, or we had a setup man, or we had a closer, did you like, guys, go get somebody?
You know, the teams that want to win are going to do it. I mean, as a player, and I speak from a player's standpoint right now, when you see an ownership go out and get somebody to help your ball club, it not only energizes the players, it energizes the whole locker room, energizes the front office, and also energizes the fans who are going to, you know, and they're the ones paying the money to come see you play. So for me, when they go out and get a player, you know, I was a hired gun one time in my career. I went from Cincinnati to Chicago. And, you know, just to get into the locker room and the guys, you know, thanking me and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a unbelievable feeling. But also, you know, you still got to go do a job. And, you know, it's on-the-job training because, you know, you talk about Hop, how he had been there a week. You know, and I looked at an NFL playbook and I was like, oh, no, no. cover 2, cover 3. Just do this. The route tree. I'm over there like, no, I want to be a running back. Just open the hole and let me run.
Man, yeah, Griff, you don't have all the. Let me ask you this, Griff. When you go to the plate, you know this pitcher because at this point in time, for the most part, after about 5 or 6 years in the league, obviously there are pitchers coming in every single year. But you're very familiar with a lot of guys, what they like to throw. They like to throw your way. They like to high and tight you. They got a slider. They got a curve. They got a slurve ball. They got a knuckle change, a cutter, whatever the case may be. When you go up there and let's just say you're facing Greg Maddux or Tommy Glavine, what are you thinking?
What am I thinking? Well, I hit a ball out in 1992 in the All-Star game against Mad Dog. And I didn't see that pitch again. He never threw it to me again. Great pitchers and great hitters don't forget things. We're built like that. Guys that come in and throw certain pitches, but a lot of it has to do with situations. Guy on first base, I'm lefty, I'm trying to hit a ball in the hole. Guy on second, I'm still trying to get him over, but I'm not giving up in it back. Guy on third with less than 2 outs, I'm trying to drive him in. Fundamental baseball, because I came up as a number 2 hitter. I batted second, so I had to do all the little things. Then I went to fifth. They were like, we're going to teach you how to drive in runs. So I learned to drive in runs. Then they stuck me in third. Once I got to third, I was like, oh, this is where I belong. And the rest is history, but it, a year and a half of, going through, batting second, batting fifth, learning the game. And people don't understand, learning the game is not something that is very easy. Going from college, you guys to pros, it's a whole different animal. And same thing in baseball. You got one guy that's, throwing 95 in A-ball. Well, you got 20 guys on the staff, 13 guys just throwing the same thing. And all of them have different, release points and things, but you just got to sit there and study. I mean, we can break it down to how many breaths a guy take before he throws his fastball. Does he inhale or exhale? Just like you guys, offensive linemen, if his knuckles is a certain way, it's a run.
It's a run. If I see pressure, I see pressure, it's run.
Yeah. I mean, so, we look at the same thing. The fine details make you successful. Guy that will go from the stretch, if he has his, he comes set and his glove is above his chest, then he's throwing a certain pitch. If it's down low, he's throwing another pitch. And you just watch. And like a couple years ago, Atlanta pitcher was pitching, and I called 15 straight pitches from my couch because I could see it. And that's what you got to do. If you want to be successful, you got to study. You got to do it day in and day out. It's just not you just show up at the ballpark, they tell you what's going on. No, you got to learn the fine details of your craft.
No. So you're saying if you bat, so you have to change. So if you bat leadoff, you have to do a certain thing because as a leadoff hitter, you're trying to get on base. As a 2, you're trying to push the leadoff to second or get him to third. If you can drive him in, you drive him in third. Maybe you got 2 guys. And so basically the top five batters all have a different task, but they're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, we all have different jobs. You look at a leadoff hitter, his job is to make sure that number 3 and number 4 see enough pitches. So he may take, a ball right down the middle. Okay. So the guys can get their timing to hit. Okay. Because guys, what are we looking at? Okay, how's his change up? If he can't throw his change up over for a strike, we ain't swinging at it. Right. So we got to learn these things. And usually, nowadays, the guys 20 home runs would get you paid. Back then, guys weren't thinking about 20 home runs. When I came up, my dad hit 22. I thought I was going to be just like him. When I hit 22 home runs, I literally called him. It was like, I tied you. And that was like a big moment for me because I was like, that's, I patterned my game after my dad. And that was the fun part. And he said, you're going to hit way more home runs than I am. You're going to drive in more runs than I am. And I'm looking at him like, because sometimes you look at dad like this, when you're young. But, sometimes, as you get older, you start to understand dad does know what he's talking about. Right. We just got to believe in him sometimes.
Right. Griff, I mean, you were telling me the story when I had you on the pod way back when, and you said like a lot of times when your dad would come, like when your dad wasn't there, you driving the ball over the RVs, like 400 feet away. Your mom watching you. There's no pressure. Soon as your dad comes, you're like, and your dad told your mom one time, I thought you said this boy could hit.
Yeah. he literally said, is he good? Because every time I see him, he do nothing. And I just, like, people forget that every Saturday, my dad's still playing, so I didn't see him. So I wanted, that father approval. I'm trying to hit the ball a country mile, and I'm swinging as hard as I can, popping it up, swinging and missing. He was with the Braves one time, and he came in, and I went 0 for 2. I popped up to the catcher and struck out. And then I drove to the ballpark. He said, "How did you do?" I said, "I went 3 for 5, 2 home runs and a double." He said, "You got to do that when I'm there?" I said, "I don't know. I'm just." And then finally, I got a hit in A-ball and instructionally, and he was in an RV in left field. He sliced the window open and said, "Now, was that so bad?" and shut it and drove off. and from that point on, I was good. I got my first hit, and that's all you really is like. You have to break the ice, and but for a while, I was a defensive specialist when he was at the game. I could go get him with the best of them, but I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat when he was sitting in there. even my high school coach told my dad, "Hey, you might not want to show up. You can't play in front of you."
Hey, Griff, at what point did the game slow down to you? Like, if you ever watch you come to the plate, for those that have watched the game of baseball and watched you play over the years, there was a certain calm and relaxedness to you and confidence when you came to the plate. Obviously, you're known for having the most beautiful swing in the game, in baseball, of all goddamn time. At what point did the game slow down to you where you had that confidence, where you knew you had it and you finally had arrived?
Well, I've always had it, but that's because I believe in myself. But it was on the job training. You're learning so much. Okay, how to be a pro, the travel. I mean, I'm in a hotel, 82 days, figuring out, I can't rent a car. I can't do nothing because I'm 19. I got to rely on things. So it took me probably a year and a half. And then I really settled down when my dad was playing with me, because then I could see what was going on. I could see him set up pitchers. I could see him do certain things. And I'm like, that's what you do. And it really stuck. I mean, if you look at a hit 264 my first year, like 300 my second, and like 327 my third year. But it was finally, I was like, okay, now I understand what this man has been telling me over the phone.
Were you always a lefty, or did your dad say, I think it's best if you're going to be a baseball player to be a lefty?
No, I was always lefty. I right-handed and kick right-footed.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
But my household is so confused. I mean, my wife is right, but she plays soccer on the left side. She still plays soccer, Ocho.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, she plays on the co-ed team every Sunday. My daughter is right-handed, but she hits cross-handed. So she grabs the bat like a lefty and stands in a right-hander's batter's box, which Hank Aaron started out like that. My youngest, Tevin, he's left, but hits right. And Trey is right-handed and hits left. I told you we got a confused household. And you should see us on game day too, because none of us have the same favorite team.
So boy, so y'all are very upset at each other because whoever's winning, that's not your team. And so, but it's fun because you got a whole bunch of jerseys on, and somebody's always has somebody to root for.
Oh yeah, especially you've been giving my team some grief. I'm an old school Cowboy fan. My uncle.
Man, come on, Griff.
Hold on, man. Let me say this. My uncle went to high school with Tony Dorsett.
Okay.
So I go way back.
Yes.
Yeah. My youngest is a Michael Vick fan. He was a left-handed quarterback. Trey is a Ravens fan.
Okay.
Because Willis McGahee, Ed Reed, and Ray Lewis all went to Miami, so he grew up watching them. My wife is from Seattle, so she's a Seattle fan. And my daughter's a Carolina Panther fan because her favorite person, hold on, is Steve Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Good boy.
Smitty. Okay.
Yeah, like you he could rob a bank and she's like, he ain't do it. I mean, he can't do nothing wrong in her eyes. But it's fun. I mean, but if we play each other, we don't even talk until after the game. If our teams play each other, we don't talk till after the game.
That's live.
And we get something to eat and talk about it. And one person usually does the talking. That's the person who won that day. but it's fun. I mean, you know, I let everybody be individuals, and that's it.
Griff, what if you had a very unique situation? Your dad played long enough, he played well enough to be in the league when you got there. You see LeBron play long enough, play well enough to be in a league while his son came up. What advice would you, if you could give it, I don't know if you've talked to him, but what advice would you give Bronny playing alongside his dad, being in the league with his dad?
You're going to learn a lot by being able to sit there and be on the bench watching him. You know, people go, oh, he needs to go to the G League. He needs this, he needs that. I tell you what, I learned more sitting there watching my dad than anything. You look at all these quarterbacks who sat behind somebody and how good they ended up becoming. They didn't play. They got to sit there and learn a system, learn how to be a professional, learn how to take notes, how to watch film and do all these things to become a pro and to go out there and be successful. Nowadays, these kids, first round picks, they throw them right in the fire. And, I feel sometimes these kids can't read a cover 2 or cover 3 or read where the protection needs to be. And you see that every day. You guys sit there and pick out that stuff. But I did tell Bronny, just, hey, relax, enjoy it, be you. You're not going to be him. Nobody's him. And the same thing I feel like my dad told me when I got there, he said, this is your team. I'm just here. And he was dad at the ballpark. Dad at the house and team at the ballpark. But there, like I said, there are times where I rode home with mom. It was much safer.
Griff, having played the game as long as you played, you've seen some great hitters. You were in the league with Tony Gwynn, and I think you were in the league when Wade Boggs was winning batting titles in the AL. Tony won 7, I think 7 in the National League. What makes Shohei Ohtani so special?
He has no weaknesses.
None?
He's a guy that if you throw it away, he's going to take it that way. And when you have power to all fields, that makes you a dangerous hitter.
Yes.
And that's the key. He has power everywhere. He go to grown man territory with the straight center. He can take you out, down the lines, each line. He also can steal a bag when you need it. I mean, he does things that you look at and go, he's all right. Look, as my friend said, he gonna be all right. But he's one of those guys. I mean, he's a tall, slender kid that can flat out play, and he knows the game of baseball. The thing about playing in Japan is that's their pastime. They don't have no other thing. They ain't got a basketball team, a football team. Even though they play those sports, they go out and that baseball is it. And you got to be a monster come over from leaving there and coming over here. And you look at every player that's come over here, they can flat play.
Yeah. Hideki Matsui, Godzilla, Hideo Nomo,
Ichiro.
Ichiro. Ichiro, he's one of the 2 players to win the MVP in his rookie season. He and Fred Lynn. Did you play? You played with Ichiro, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was fun to watch. I mean, watching a guy, who can hit the ball a mile in batting practice, and all of a sudden he just filleting you to death over it. Yep. But if you throw one in the loop zone, he gonna take you out. And he's one of those guys that he gets on base and causes havoc. We say it's baseball. It's not home run ball. You got to get on base. Making left-hand turns is what you want to do. I don't want to make no right. I'll tell everybody.
Head back to the dugout, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to make a right-hand turn. I tell everybody, I'm NASCAR on I want to make lefts, and that's it.
Griff, Ocho, I don't know if you know this, but Griff, you went to Cincinnati Moeller, and Moeller was a powerhouse back in the 80s, early 90s. They were a powerhouse. Did you play football? You played football, right?
Yeah, I got a state championship in
What
football.
position you was, Griff?
And then wide receiver.
Okay,
Now I'm gonna tell you, I wore number 2.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, Griff.
Yeah, hey.
Because 88 was too big.
In order to wear that single digits, you had to be that boy now.
Nah, I was just small then. I was just a tad bigger than the kicker.
When did you decide? Because obviously, going number 1 overall in baseball, you have to make a decision. When did you make the decision? Say, you know what, I'm gonna go baseball, and I'm gonna give up. Did you play basketball? Did you play any other sport?
No. I didn't play basketball in high school. I played it in junior high. But basketball, football ran into basketball season, and then baseball ran into basketball season. So I was like, well, I'll just play 2. After my junior year, all the talk started that I could be the first pick or the first one of the first 3. And my dad said, hey, if you go in the first 3 rounds, you can go pro. Go pro. But if you're not, then you're going to college. But after about a month of them talking to my dad, he was like, he ain't gonna last long. He's really that good. But the funny thing is they never told me. They let me be a kid, go out there, play baseball, not worry about anything. I didn't find out all these conversations until I literally was sitting there at like 23 years old, sitting on the couch. And Bobby Tolan was like, yeah, remember that conversation that I said we was going to draft you? I was like, yeah, I didn't think y'all were. And they said, we're Seattle. I said, where's Seattle, Dad? Because the only thing I knew about Seattle was that Bobby Brown, the baseball player, got traded from the Yankees to Seattle. And I was like, I had no idea where that was, because he was like, hey, you just a kid, go play, have some fun. This is my job, not yours. And I think people look at it and go, because my dad played, that I'm supposed to be in the locker room. I'm supposed to do all these things. My dad was like, no, this is my job, and you be a kid. Go out there and have some fun. So I didn't worry about, anything else but besides being a kid at, 15, 16, 17.
Are you surprised how poorly your Cowboys are playing?
Are you just going to bring that up?
I figured I'd sneak that in before we got you out of here, Griff. We got to sneak that in.
No, you didn't have to do that. I mean, Chad, man, why he do that? We was having a good conversation.
It was a great conversation. It was a great conversation.
Y'all 3-5, Griff. I don't know if you noticed that. Y'all 3-5.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Dak is out. Dak is out too now. You know that.
Yeah, I know that too. But yeah, look, when my team win, nobody call me. But when my team lose, my phone light up like a Christmas tree.
Y'all don't win. Y'all don't win often, Griff.
Hey, look, come on, man.
I call you to say hello.
Hey, here it is. Injuries is part of the game.
Yes.
And we've had some pretty big injuries to some key players that you sometimes can't replace. And I don't care who they are that you got back there. Sometimes you look at it and just shake your head, a snake bitten team. I just want, for the guys and, as a fan, I want the guys to walk off the field healthy, each and every day. I don't like to see any carts coming out. I could care less who wins or loses. I like to see a good game. And lately, there hadn't been any good games.
Not with your Cowboys.
See, you just don't keep throwing that.
Oh, okay. How about this? Were you surprised how easily the Dodgers made this World Series look? Because I think most people thought it would go 7 games, and you look at it. I mean, it's not often, Griff, that you get a World Series and you got the 2 best players. You got the best player in the American League in Judge. You got the best player in the National League in Ohtani. But, you go Mookie Betts, who's a former MVP. You go Freddie Freeman, who's a former MVP for the Dodgers. And then you go Soto. I mean, so you got good players from top to bottom. Are you surprised how easy the Dodgers made it look?
I think what happened is, when they played the Padres, when the Dodgers played the Padres, that was like their World Series.
Okay.
Because that team played them pretty tough. The Yankees had a little easier route to the World Series, but you still got to beat these teams. I felt that the Dodgers Yankees pitching staff were pretty equal. I told everybody that it was going to come down to like the 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters being able to get to the top of the order, and that's what happened. I mean, you watched it. The teams the team that won, their 7, 8, 9 guys did a better job than the other team. Because in baseball, I can still neutralize their best player. I don't have to pitch to Ohtani. I don't have to pitch to Judge. I can pitch around them. But it takes everybody to do a job.
To make them pay for it, though. You got to have your 7, 8, 9 hitters to make them pay for pitching around, or your guys that's behind those guys to make them pay. Have you ever seen anything like Freddie Freeman?
No. Freddie's an unbelievable guy. I mean, to go through the things he went through, personal matter with the family, his son, and then come back, twist his ankle, and not being able to put hardly any weight on it, and then go out there and do what he did in the World Series. All I did was take my hat and tip it to him, because that was fun to watch. I told him, I said, look, I'm gonna walk you. You're not hitting a home run in the first inning no more. You're getting walked. I don't care if the base is loaded. I'm gonna walk you. I'm not giving up 4. Because it was just, when the guys that come up, we talked about earlier, guys that come up in big moments do big things, and he did it.
Right.
I mean, what, 12 RBIs?
Yes. And 4 homers? Are you surprised Cortez? I get there's no place to put him, but you're gonna try to. Don't throw him a fastball in.
No, you can't. Look, as my hitting coach said, and Gene Kleins, who passed away a couple years ago, would say, "You can't sneak no cheese past a rat." so don't throw the fastball if unless you got some of that behind it. And he just left it over the middle of the plate, and game over.
We're going to get you out of here on this one, Griff. There have been a lot of athletes that have signature shoes. Where would you rank your shoe? The Griffey.
1. I had every color.
Now, what's funny is I got MJ shoes, LeBron shoes, Kobe shoes, Iverson shoes. I keep a stock full of shoes.
You do.
And I just, to be able to have my own is a blessing, and what I was able to achieve. I mean, and you really owe it all to Michael and what he's done, and getting businesses to endorse athletes,
right.
To come out and say, hey, I think he'd be a good spokesman for us. And you owe all that to him, because him and Bo, those are the two main guys.
The Bo cross trainer.
Yeah. Those are the two guys that without them, who knows what we'd look like right now. We'd still be like, I will say this, my first Nike deal, and I get teased about it, was $1,500 in the big leagues. It was $750 in cash and $750 in merch.
Well, damn, you couldn't give me like 10 pair of shoes.
Man, look, I got 2 pairs of Jordans, a sweatsuit, and some socks. And then it got a little bit better and things like that. But like I said, man, I owe it all to the guys that played before me and what they did. Like you guys, I watched Chad. I was there when Chad had his 2000 gold jacket on. And then try to hit Ray and both of them out the game. I was sitting there like at halftime going, "Where's everybody at?" Chad in the locker room. Where Ray at? He in the locker room. I was like, I'm on the sideline cheering. I'm like, I want to see my man score.
Yeah. Griff, the last question for me. We all witness Barry, that stretch that he had, say from 01 until about 04, 05. Have you ever seen, have you ever heard, or do you ever think we'll see a stretch of baseball like that again?
Well, Ohtani did it this year, but he's got 3 more to do it. What Barry did was impressive. He got 600 and something intentional walks, and the closest one is Pujols. Yeah. That's
almost 400 intentional walks behind him.
Yeah, that says a lot about how feared of a hitter he was.
And I think he had from that time, from that stretch, he reached base 36% of the time.
Well, when you get walked 600 times, it makes it easy. And that's just intentional walk. We ain't talking about the regular walk. Barry always had a good eye. You know, people,
Yes.
I mean, he was a leadoff hitter. Barry came up with the Pirates as a leadoff hitter. So you have to tighten your zone up. And he just kept continuing that throughout his career. I mean, he very seldom swung at bad pitches.
Yeah. And then he had that big old hockey. He had that big old hockey goalie elbow pad on. So
Well,
and he's sitting out over the plate. You got to throw him what he's looking for. Oh,
Well,
he go take it off.
My mom did this to him. He came to the house because, you know, back then you wasn't making a whole lot of money. And so it was customary that, you know, when you go into certain towns that, you know, they feed you.
Right.
So my mom fed him. That boy hit 5 home runs in 3 days. As he's leaving, my mom said, "Never again. I'm gonna get you on getaway day. You gonna get your food on the bus. You gonna do this to the next team. You ain't doing it to my team no more." She would look at him and he just started laughing. Every time she see him, she was like, "Getaway day," because he put an order in. He put an order in: turkey, greens, you know, potato salad. I mean, this ain't like, you know, we're gonna make hamburgers or something. No, he put a Thanksgiving order in every time he came into town, and she was like, "Nope, not no more."
Man, Griff, man, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate you giving us time. You staying up watching the game. It was great knocking up, talking with you. As always, I'll chat with you later this week. I got some more questions I want to ask.
Okay, Chad. You know what you doing on Sunday? You know, I need a soccer player. You know, it's a co-ed team.
Where at? You need me to fly to?
Look, you right down the street, ain't you? We in Orlando.
Oh, let me know. I'll come down.
Look, I take pictures. I don't play because I want to be the goalie. I want to be the goalie.
Yeah, let me know. I'll come on down.
That's
only 2 hours away.
All right. I appreciate it.
Hey, Griff, we appreciate that, man. I'll holler, man. Thanks for joining us. All right, bro.
Later.
Ocho, before we get to other news of the day, Chiefs have seemingly found their number one receiver in D Hop. Acquiring D Hop from the Titans only cost Kansas City a conditional 5th-round pick. Ocho, where would this rank as far as in-season trades if the Kansas City Chiefs go on and do what we think they can do? Where would you rank this in-season trade?
I'd rank this in-season trade probably damn near. Unc, it got to be one of the best. It got to be one of the best because you trading for a player, if you put him in the right situation, he can give you what we're used to seeing when he was considered a top 3, top 5 player in the league. You put him in the right situation. That's what's so important. When we're used to seeing D-Hop when he was with Arizona, we saw D-Hop when he was with the goddamn Texans, he was considered one of the best in the game. All of a sudden, he's out of that situation where the opportunities come a little bit more often than normal. So you're able to see the talent. You're able to see the skill. You're able to see how good he is, how he doesn't drop shit. He don't drop nothing, huh? Boy got all state for hands. Now you put him in a situation in Kansas City. You allow him to get acclimated into the offense. He already has 8 for 86. That might, to me, I don't even know a stat line when he's with Tennessee. I guarantee you that's his best game. It's probably his best game. And he only been there for goddamn 3 business days. It ranks up there. And I think the Chiefs are probably gonna, if and when they do go, maybe back to a chip again, D-Hop is gonna play a big part of that. He's gonna play a damn big part in that.
Yeah, he's look, I wanted D-Hop to go before he signed with Tennessee because I thought that would be a great move for him.
Get that money,
given the fact,
gotta get that money.
Look, you gotta go get the money. And he did that. But I think that, but he saw losing sucks. You get that money and you get your eyes beat out. It gets hard and hard to go take your ass to work on Monday, Ocho. Because you already know what, like, man, my quarterback situation.
Hey, Unc, I still don't understand, Unc. I don't mean to bring it up. I don't mean to switch topics like this. When I look at Will Levis, Unc, I mean the stature, you know, the skills, the arm strength, the being able to be a dual threat. For the life of me, I really can't understand why somebody that looks like that with a skill set like that, it kind of reminds me of a Josh Allen in a sense. Why he can't just put it all together. I really don't
Because
understand. I don't know, maybe
a
it's the
lot of
coaching staff. I don't know. Maybe the system that he's in. It just dog, you got it all. You got all the fucking tools. What the hell is going on?
times, Ocho, it's a situation where you're taking guys that are projects, that are reclamation. Now, if we can refine this, and you find something in the attic, Ocho, you're like, man, if we can restore this, boy, we got something special on our hands. But it's gonna take some time. The question is, do you have time to fix it up? Well, most of these teams don't have time, Ocho, because you're on the clock. Because if you got a quarterback that's a project, you need to find out whether or not he can play, because you're gonna have to write him a check for $300 million. So I need to know, Ocho. I ain't really trying to, you saw Daniel Jones got 160, and you see how that's playing out for him. Well, now these quarterbacks, that 160 now ain't a quarter. When the last quarterback signed, especially if you do a 4 or 5 year deal, that's going to be north of 200. You see, Burrow and them got 250, and so now by the time a quarterback comes in, Ocho, that's going to be $300 million. In 2028, it's going to be 200. It ain't going to be that long. 2026, 2027, some quarterback getting over $300 million guaranteed money.
300.
So I got to find out, Ocho, if he can play. Well, you remember before, Ocho, you get a quarterback, hey, you let him sit for a couple of years. I can't do it now, Ocho. I got too much money at stake.
I can tell you who that's going to be too now.
Who it's going
to be? Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels for sure. But that'll be 25, 26. So heading to 27, yeah, he'll be the first. I believe he'll be the first $300 million quarterback.
Yes.
I absolutely believe he'll be. I want to thank Griff again for coming on. He loves sports. Sometimes they just call him. He's a talker now. He's a talker. Oh, you call him now, he's gonna be on the phone for an hour, a solid hour. But he's a great conversation. He loves sports. I love just talking about. He's a big time golfer. He and my brother, they play a lot of golf together because my brother kind of like be on that celebrity tour, going to different baseball. A lot of baseball players have golf tournaments, and he always sees Griffey down there and talks to Griff. But I met Griff when he was with the Mariners back in '99. They were playing the Rockies, and like I said, I went and knocked on the door. Pretend to open the door. I'm like, man, I'm here to see Griff. He's like, he know you coming? I say, nah, but just tell him Sharpe here. So he come back, door open, pointed me where Griff was, sit down, was talking to him, gave me a jersey, gave me a bat. I'm just sitting there talking. Because they invited the team because we won the Super Bowl, so they invited the team. Everybody like, man, where you go? I said, man, I was in the locker room talking to Griff. It's like, man, why didn't you get us? I was like, nah, they wouldn't let all of us in there. I know they'd let me in. So, but it was great. So, Griff, I really appreciate you coming on, man, sharing a little bit of your time with us. So, thank you, bro. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Ocho, the Chiefs' next 9 regular season games, they got the Broncos, the Texans, the Steelers, the Browns, the Bills, Carolina, the Chargers, and the Broncos.
I think two of those are going to be difficult games. I think the most difficult game for them is probably going to be the Steelers because their defense is very, 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 very goddamn good. And it was one you call somebody.
They got the Texans.
Yeah.
They also have Buffalo.
That was the other one. That Steeler game and that Buffalo game are the games where I say they may trip up. Everyone else, there's a chance they can run the gauntlet.
Where do they play Buffalo at, Ash? In Buffalo?
But shit, wherever they play, they could be playing our auto zone. It don't matter.
They play Buffalo in Buffalo. Where they play Pittsburgh? They play Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, Buffalo in Buffalo. They host the Texans, host the Broncos, go on the road to the Broncos. I think they beat the Raiders and the Raiders. I think they've beaten the Chargers in Kansas City. Where do they play Cleveland? In Cleveland. Hey. Carolina don't matter. They can play on the move.
Hey, you know what? The Chiefs won those teams. It don't matter whether they're playing home or away. You're going to get what you're looking for. Every time.
Yeah, you definitely go get. Ocho, the Cowboys got some bad news. Dak Prescott is expected to miss multiple weeks with a hamstring injury. With Dak out, the Cowboys would turn to Cooper Rush. McCarthy said Cooper Rush is as respected of a backup that I've seen since Rich Gannon. Rush carries the type of credibility. There's plenty of confidence in him. Is it a mistake not to see what they have with Trey Lance?
Well, Cooper Rush was always the number 2.
Yep.
So I understand them sticking with Cooper Rush. I don't think you can have a quarterback battle in the middle of the season like this to decide who your number 2 quarterback is. They decided to go with, obviously, with Cooper Rush being the number 2. I'm sure at some point there was a quarterback battle, and they felt Cooper Rush was better suited to be the backup to Dak Prescott. I'm sure they saw a good sample size of Trey Lance during his time since he's been there, and they went with who they felt was better. I like Trey Lance as well. I would love to see him back at the helm, being in control of an offense again. I think he wasn't given a fair shot.
He
You
was.
think so?
Yeah. Ocho, you do
You think
realize
he was a fair
that
shot,
Brock
San
Purdy
Francisco?
was Mr. Irrelevant.
Right,
Think about what they mortgaged to get
right,
this
right.
man. That ain't no situation. That ain't no situation where, no. Think about what they gave up. They gave up 3 first-round
Right.
picks.
Okay, all right. You're right. Hey, but okay, you don't think they cut the string? They cut it a little too soon.
No.
Okay, I'm just asking.
What do you wait? Let me ask you a question. What you holding on to? He couldn't be that Brock Purdy. Even after Purdy did what he did. Okay, even after a situation where he gets hurt and Purdy comes in, they put the job up again the following year, and he couldn't beat Purdy out.
Hey, you think there was never mind. I ain't gonna get into that.
That'll be like saying, do you think they cut the cord too quick on Drew Bledsoe?
No.
No. And they had 100. He was the first quarterback to get 100 million.
I don't know. I just at times I look at it. Sometimes I'm not the decision making when it comes to certain players and coaches feeling, I'd rather go to this one. This player doesn't fit my system and what I like to do and what we like to do. I want to go in favor of. So I hate when I hear things like he couldn't beat a certain player out. I hate hearing things like that.
Do you know Kyle Shanahan, had he not drafted Brock Purdy, would have lost his job? Kyle Shanahan would have got fired. If he drafts Trey Lance with the 3rd pick in the draft, and he can't play, and he got no backup plan, he's losing that job. He and John Lynch will lose their jobs. Think about what you gave up. What did they give up to get it? Pull up what they gave up to get Trey Lance, to move up like 6 spots. They gave up like 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick.
So he'll probably never be a starter again, huh?
They gave up 3 first-round picks, which was number 3 overall. How many second-round picks? And a third-round pick. You give that up. That guy doesn't pan out. They're cleaning house. Brock Purdy saved the job. He saved Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch's job. It's really that simple.
It's crazy when I think about it because it's the perfect situation for any quarterback. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's the perfect situation for any quarterback. When you look around, when you think about what you got around you, Trent, Ayyy, Debo, okay, it's like for the life of me, I don't understand why stuff doesn't work out for certain individuals. Trey Lance,
Ocho,
athletic, he can throw the ball. And then you put those type of weapons around you, it should flow like fucking water. Then Brock Purdy comes in, and hell, what the fuck going on?
Because he knows where to go with the football. Trey Lance started 1 season at an FCS level.
I never understand it, huh?
The guy couldn't play dead in a horror movie, Ocho. I mean, it's simple. I mean, you hate to say it, but he couldn't.
Hey, come on. He couldn't play dead. Hold on. He couldn't play dead in a what?
In a horror movie. He couldn't, Ocho. Brock Purdy beat him out for the job. Look, the one thing I know about Kyle Shanahan, because I played for his dad, they're gonna put the best level on the field. They don't give a damn how much money you're making. I've seen Mike cut players that's making a boatload of money. If you play good, you're gonna play. You don't play for the Shanahans based on your paycheck. You play for the Shanahan based on your performance.
Yeah.
My computer keep crashing.
Yo.
Ocho, does the Dak injury come at a good time for Jerry? Should they be sellers or should they be buyers?
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Whoa. I need better context. Now, when you talk about should they be sellers, should they be buyers, who the hell are we selling and what are we trying to buy? That's the better question.
Are you selling some of your players, or are you buying, saying, okay, we still got a chance. We got Cooper Rush. Maybe we can get back in this thing. Let's add a player or two.
At what position can we add value on our roster, defensively or offensively, that changes the trajectory of the season? I don't think there's a position, because the only place you can do that would be at the quarterback position. There's nobody that you can go get that's going to come in and make a difference where you can turn this season around. So if anything, I would assume if I was in Jerry's shoes, I would be selling, or probably going all in, for lack of better words, which he was supposed to do, but he didn't in the offseason.
Hold on. How the hell you gonna go all in right now, Ocho? You 3-5.
No, I'm just saying, for a lack of better words. I'm just using the term, since he
whether you mean to go all out, that means you sell. You have a garage. Well, we used to call them rummage sales, yard sales. Now they call them estate. But back when I was growing up, they weren't no estates. People were just selling ish that they didn't want in their house and cluttered up their house. So we call them yard sale or rummage sale, because a lot of times people just come rummage through it, even though we're buying ish.
He got to do something. He got to do something. What would you do? You buying or selling?
Selling
everything.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for next year. What y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all looking for?
Hold on.
Obviously, Micah is off limits. Nobody's going to give you anything for CDs off limits. I don't. You know, what players do they have that somebody could potentially want? They don't have guys that have a whole lot of sacks. Nobody has a whole lot of interceptions. Nobody's just going to be a free agent. Who's going to be a free agent next year that you're like, I don't think we're going to be able to sign them? Who has 1 year left on their contract?
Hey, Jerry gonna have to listen. I was getting ready to say you got to put his money where his mouth is, but he just did that in the offseason with Dak and CD. But you
have to do it again. He gonna have to do it again with Micah.
Yeah. Hey, but he has to improve. He has to improve that team. You got to go out there and get you a reliable.
Well, he said he's the best guy for the job. That's what he said. Now, if it's a lie, he told it.
I listen.
But a lie don't care who tell it.
He know what he's doing. He know what he's doing because he's been doing it for a long time. But there's certain things where you got to pull the trigger. He's not pulling the trigger where he needs to. He's not pulling.
Christian McCaffrey.
No, I'm just saying he's not pulling the trigger where he needs to. I'm not a GM. I'm not a scout. I'm not. I'm on the outside looking in, but I did play the game and understand what it takes to compete and be competitive with some of the better teams that are continue to improve year in and year out.
Christian McCaffrey returns to practice for the 49ers. Not only did C-Mac return to the practice field for the first time since week 1, wide receiver Juwan Jennings, kicker Jake Moody, and offensive lineman John Feliciano were all back in action, according to reports on the site. Ocho, what do you expect from the 49ers moving forward?
Hey, once CMC hits that field, the offense gets that much better. Once CMC hits that field, the offense gets that much better. Arguably, CMC was the best running back in the league. I know what Derrick Henry is doing right now, but before CMC got hurt, he was considered the best running back in the league.
Right.
For all the things that he can do at the receiver position, lining up in the slot, for all the things he can do coming out the backfield, catching the ball out the backfield, running the ball. it allows them to do so much more. I think the offensive playbook with Shanahan when CMC is back there, even though Jordan Mason played pretty well, while CMC was out, I think they can do that much more offensively when they have CMC in there.
Yeah, I think healthy, they're still a threat in the NFC.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They're still very formidable. Formidable. Whatever term you want to use. Formidable, formidable. C-Mac, his ability to run the football between the tackles, to hit outside, can catch it out of the backfield. They get Debo back. They get Juwan Jennings back. They have an opportunity to do something really good. Saints fired Dennis Allen after 7 straight losses. Ocho. Man. Dennis Allen is the first coach in NFL history to fire by 2 different teams, both times the same quarterback, starting quarterback. Derek Carr got fired in Oakland. I mean, the Raiders. His quarterback was Derek Carr. He got fired in New Orleans. So there's a great chance that Derek Carr is not on the Christmas list.
Listen, I say it all the time. Players get coaches fired. Coaches fired.
Ooh.
The team has lost confidence and whatever belief they had in Derek Carr based on his performance. Again, to look the way you did the first 2 weeks of the season and to fall flat on your face week in and week out. If you look at the players' mannerisms around Derek Carr, you look at some of the tweets from the players that are not currently playing right now and some of the tweets from the players that aren't even playing anymore about Derek Carr. I've never seen a quarterback in that position. Where your teammates aren't supporting you, past or present. In season. We ain't even in the off season. We in the middle of the season. And it's bad.
It is. I just didn't think I didn't think Dennis Allen was going to look. He was the D coordinator and then Denver had some outstanding defense. I just don't I don't understand it. I mean, they score 45 or averaging 40 points the first 2 weeks, and then they just fall completely apart.
It's weird. It's weird. Weird.
Ocho, I want your thoughts on this. Bengals wide receiver rookie Jermaine Burton was spotted in a casino alone at the Hard Rock in Cincy, wearing the same hoodie he had on yesterday. Burton was a healthy scratch again yesterday, and Saturday didn't show up for walkthrough.
Damn, man. I mean, we talked about that a little bit. I think he trains with TJ Houshmandzadeh. I think Hoosh is a good mentor for him. At some point, I'm sure Hoosh is going to talk to him and try to get it through his head. These opportunities aren't going to come often. You have a little leash. Again, they will tolerate you, as you always say, Unc. They will tolerate you until they can replace you. And when it comes to the NFL, everybody's expendable and replaceable, except maybe 1 or 2 guys. And that's literally everybody, no matter what you may think. So listen, you can't ruin this opportunity. You work too hard. You work too hard really all your life. You started this as a teenager. You worked all your life to get to this point where you're able to live out a childhood dream. You're able to be a blessing. You're able to provide for not just yourself, but for your family, and bless all those who helped you and guided you along the way to get to this point in life and in your career. You can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. I'm sure, he has enough people bother him. I would reach out to him, but he already has Hoosh in his corner as someone he talks to and mentors and trains with. And I'm sure Hoosh is going to talk to him and get him together, because hey, that NFL, boy, that NFL stands for not for long, even when you're doing right. So if you ain't doing right, I mean, that leash becomes even shorter.
You're right.
Hey, he's a talent too, boy. He is a fucking talent.
Mike Hilton sent a strong message to the rookie wide receiver. When you get to this point in your career, you got to grow up. You're a grown man. Nobody's going to babysit you anymore.
At all. Joe Burrow had a good quote too. Them boys don't play, man. They have
They're
Yeah,
trying
they
to
have a
win.
singular focus. Not only are they trying to win, they behind the goddamn 8 ball. They ain't with the bullshit. They are not with the
Man, I
bullshit.
ain't giving that. I don't care. I don't care if I'm 8-0. And now y'all see. I want to see the chat. Would you see y'all get on me when I try to say it's about winning and we don't want distraction? Oh, you too hard. Oh, you need to lighten up.
Right.
Where y'all at, chat? Come on now. I want y'all to give it. I want y'all to get on Mike Hilton, get on Joe Burrow when I told y'all how I was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. And a certain partner was showing up routinely late. I chastised him.
Whoa. I was late one time.
I should have. See, and that's why. You know what? I'm Team Rail. I'm gonna get me a T-shirt that says Team Rail.
Listen, why you gonna bring that up, man?
Oh, my bad, Ocho. You know what, man. Ocho? I'm sorry.
I've been doing really good. Like listen. It's very hard.
You in the house?
I know. Listen. I'm in the house. The fact that I'm here, she left.
Oh.
So I'm in the house. I'm by myself. So she knew.
She ain't cooked nothing. She ain't cooked nothing for you to eat.
You trying to be funny?
I'm just asking. Sometimes they'll fix you a plate. They like, here, I cook. I ain't gonna be here, but I cook something for you, baby.
I know I like to laugh about a lot of things, and sometimes you have to laugh and make jokes to keep from crying. But that woman left me, man. That woman left me. Now, she understood I had to be here at the house. So knowing that I have to be here until I leave Tuesday, I have a 5-day gauntlet of trips that I have to do back to back to back, then she'll probably come back because I'm not here. So until I'm able to break the ice and you don't want to be my moderator to help me out and find a solution, nobody in the goddamn chat, everybody in the chat, none of you motherfuckers in the chat are helping me. Y'all asking me questions, what I did? Fuck what I did. How about you help me? How about you send a goddamn tweet and say, come get this nigga. Do something. If not, I'm in limbo. I ain't been left in like, well, hell, when I think about it, and I think about all my relationships, but everybody really left me. I should have hit it with one of them, you go to the hospital and put the band on, and take a picture. Like you messed up. Like
you in the emergency room,
just to, I was trying to think of all kind of things I could do, but I'm kind of past that stage and that age of playing games because actually it's serious. Some people think we playing. I'm like, boy, this shit ain't no joke, boy. And I'm trying to make jokes and make in light of the situation.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit tough, boy. You hear me?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I hear you. Hell, I know. I've been there.
Whoa. You been through this? Dead ass?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know how I feel. So you could tell, like I'm laughing, I'm kikiing and trying to, shit, boy, on the inside.
Yeah. But I ain't never had nobody leave and come back. So hopefully you a better situation
than
I am.
Wait, they never come back, huh?
Hell no.
You did it? Well, you did something that bad?
Nope. Nah. Nope. Nah. We have differences. I think the biggest thing, I think the thing is, sometimes when you get angry, when you're young, I wasn't as mature then as I am now. And you say things.
Oh, shoot. You got to be careful, boy. Hey, the tongue is powerful, huh?
Yeah.
The tongue is powerful. So I'm trying to like chat. If y'all in the chat, y'all send sis a little message. Flood a Twitter feed or flood her Instagrams or whatnot. I mean, it's the least y'all could do. I don't really ask y'all for much, but it would help because the holiday.
It just takes. A lot of time.
What make me feel bad?
Ocho, it just takes time.
Hold on, whoa, wait.
Give her.
We ain't got time. We in the back end of the year. Thanksgiving is coming up, huh?
Yeah.
I want my family. Boy, Christmas is coming up, huh? In 1 more month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if Christmas time come? What if Thanksgiving come and I ain't got nowhere to eat? What am I do? Now I know I play around a lot. Now I'm getting motherfucking serious, and I'm getting mad. I'm getting irritated because what the fuck I'm eat on Thanksgiving?
I ate a lot of times. In Denver, a lot of times I ate 7-Eleven.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you eat Christmas. Season is different. In season is
so. Have you never spent a holiday alone?
It's expected. Mentally, you're already prepared not to be with family, not to be with your kids because you're in season and they know you got the focus. That's different.
Once you've done something before, you can do it again. I'm not advising it.
Yeah, I'm not.
But at the end of the day, it takes two people to tango. It takes two people that's cooperating and moving in the same direction. Right. And I think the thing is, she probably needs a little time. A lot of times people like take a day or take a week or something. Give her time.
Well, it's been 4 days. It's been 4 days. I don't know what kind of watch she wearing, but it's been 4 days.
4 days ain't no time,
okay,
Ocho.
Say no more. Say no less. Say no less. Say no less.
And plus, stay your ass off the internet.
What? I ain't do nothing. I'm just tweeting.
That's the problem.
I'm finna tweet now. Now, hold on. Now, this is one thing I've been doing the past 30-some years. Now, you ain't finna tell me.
Well, do what you've always done. You'll get what you always got.
What's that, engagement?
Okay. Now it's time for Soccercap and debuting.
Soccer!
Check this out.
Oh! Hey! 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 Hey, that was me.
Yeah.
That was really me. What's up, my beautiful people? Those of you that love the game of soccer, we got two beautiful games coming up. Real Madrid, AC Milan, Inter, and Arsenal. Anyway, listen to me. The UEFA Champions League continues this week with match day 4. And as you remember, you can stream every single match live exclusively on Paramount Plus. Real Madrid hosts AC Milan tomorrow in what is a must-win match for both teams at 3 p.m. Eastern. Our own American hero on American soil, Christian Pulisic. Can he keep Milan in the mix? Last match day, he had an insane goal from a corner kick. This Wednesday slate is highlighted. Excuse me. Also, this Wednesday slate is also highlighted by Arsenal and Inter Milan at 3 p.m. Both matches are streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Head to ParamountPlus.com/live sports to sign up. Listen, Real Madrid AC Milan match have been perfectly split their last 15 meetings in the Champions League. Hold on. Stay with me real quick. Two of the most successful teams in European Cup history meet for the first time in 14 years on match day 4 of the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid and AC Milan face off at the Santiago Bernabeu. All 15 of the previous sides contests, in this league, I have, if you're a gambling man, if you're a betting man, if you're a gambling man and you're a betting man, I have Real Madrid winning the game 2-1. I hate to say it, but I just do. Arsenal and Inter Milan, if you're a gambling man, take about $1,000, maybe $500, bet it on Arsenal to beat Inter. When you win, I will take 3% of whatever you win. People, that's your soccer cap for the night. Whatever money you can win,
Ochocinco,
please keep my money.
Signing off. Ocho, as the basketball world anticipates Giannis Antetokounmpo becoming disgruntled with the disaster in Milwaukee, insider Mark Stein reports that Knicks are among the 4 teams most likely to credibly push for the Greek streak, joining the more well-known contenders, the Nets, Heat, Warriors.
Do me a favor. Pronounce his first name one more time.
Giannis.
You spell that Y-A-N-N-I-S?
Giannin.
Okay. Hey, yeah, Young Bull is nice, man. Young Bull is nice. Can they really let someone that is as young as him has already won?
They don't got a choice. He don't want to be there. What you gonna do?
Oh, so that work in the NBA. So they could if they're disgruntled and don't want to be there, that's the way to get out.
Kareem left. All of them, all the greats have left. So what you gonna do?
So Dame, one of the reasons Dame chose to go to Milwaukee was to actually play with Giannis. So now Giannis is, he disgruntled.
He wanted to go. He wanted to go to Miami, but Miami wasn't willing to give the pieces that Milwaukee. They weren't overly enthused because the last thing you want to do is trade a player where he wants to go after you've, of course, forced your way out of here. So they weren't overly enthused to trade Dame to Miami anyway. But considering Dame wanted to go to a contender, obviously Giannis, contender, he ended up going there because they had the best package.
Right. Hold on. So wait a minute now. So what happens now? Let's say Giannis does go to the Knicks. Now that makes the Knicks a contender. Having Giannis on that Knicks squad would make for those Knicks-Celtic matchups that much better and that much more.
It all depends on what you're going to have to give up. Are you going to have to give up Karl Anthony Towns? Or are you going to have to give up Brunson? What are you going to have to give up?
Hey, excuse my ignorance when it comes to this. Is there any scenario or any possibility you could have Giannis and Karl Anthony Towns, or that just wouldn't work? Or that makes no sense at all?
I don't know if the salaries got to match up when you trade somebody. The salaries got to match. Giannis makes what, 50 million a year? So you're going to have some guys that give 50. Now it's gonna kill your depth.
So you won't have no bench.
Probably lose Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, because the salaries got to match. But that's what, look, I don't feel bad because they had Adrian Griffin. They were 29 and 13, and Giannis wanted to change. So he get exactly what he wanted this. He wanted Doc. He wanted a new coach. He wanted Budenholzer gone. Budenholzer was gone. He wanted J. Kidd gone. J. Kidd was gone.
God damn.
And now guess what? Oh, I don't want to go team up with nobody. Guess what Giannis is going to take his ass and do? Go team up with somebody. You see, sometimes a man can make his destiny on the very road he took to avoid it. Talk about what you didn't want to do. Now, guess what he's going to have to do?
You ain't got no choice now. Why not stick it out? Things might turn around. We not even in week 2. What are we in, week 2 or 3 of the NBA?
They won one game.
So they won in what?
6, 1 and 7.
So is it really time to fold already? After this many games, you
they ain't wasting no time.
You still got 70-something games to go.
Okay, and all I know, Jason Kidd is gone, but Budenholzer is gone, Adrian Griffin is gone. And they're all gone because Giannis Antetokounmpo gave management his blessing to get rid of those guys. So I don't feel bad. I don't.
You think he got that kind of pull and power like that, huh? Hey, listen, you know that game better than I do, especially at that level. Damn. So now it's
they got rid of Adrian Griffin, and they were 29 and 13 or 30 and 30, I think 29 and 30, whatever the case may be. They were 15, 16 games over 500.
Yeah. So that was him and the.
I don't feel bad.
Damn.
So now what? Sometimes the devil you know is better than the one you don't.
Nigga, boy, you better run that shit back. Boy, you cut.
Sometimes the devil is better than the one you don't.
Sometimes the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Jesus. Ooh, that was nice there, boy.
Hey.
Ooh, that was nice. Sometimes the devil you know is better than the one you don't.
So I don't feel bad. Do all that talking. I don't talk to nobody in the off season. I don't want to train with nobody. And guess what? He gonna go join a super team and become the vet. Ocho, my grandfather told us something at a very young age. He said, boy, if you're not careful, you will become the very thing you despise the most in a person. What does Giannis despise the most? Super teams. What is he about to do? Go join one.
Damn.
Be careful. Be careful. You will become the very thing you despise the most in a person.
Damn.
Y'all better sit back and listen to O'Shea. See, people say Shannon Sharpe talk a lot. Never said he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. We gonna find out. We gonna find out how true he is to this. It's gonna be very interesting. Is he gonna stick it out?
I mean, listen, he
owes
management. He owes management to ride the season out based on some of the things that he asked them to do. How you just gonna jump ship? Oh, now it's hard. Oh, now it's hard. You want to go?
They've done everything to get Dame. He was willing to give up Holiday. The guy that won him a title, he was willing to part ways with it. But Mike Budenholzer, who's now in Phoenix.
Damn.
All I'm saying is I ain't got no problem with it. But when other guys did it and you had so much to say, just keep your mouth shut. And then nobody won't look at you sideways when you do the very thing.
But you think the situation is different though. So it feels a little better about doing it because now I have no choice but to go join a better team because mine is like the Titanic.
Whose fault is that? Every move that they've made, he had to sign off on. Every coach that he's had, he had to sign off on.
Damn. I feel bad. Now, what they going to do with my dog Dame?
I don't know. No, Shannon acting like they're winning no chip. So long as he win a chip, he happy. So we get, whoa, wait a minute. He's supposed to win the chip every year? He wanted Dame. He got Dame. But now all of a sudden, you're not the defensive team that you once were because you don't have the own ball pressure that Holiday provided. You gifted him to the Celtics. Now look at them. They blowing teams out. And you got a 28-year-old, a 26-year-old. You got a Derek White.
Damn.
You made the Celtics damn near unbeatable.
That's crazy.
Boy, sometimes you gotta wait where you are, Ocho. Gotta wait where you are.
When will this happen? If it's going to happen, is there a timetable?
Man, the rumblings are gonna get louder because Celtics are moving on along. Now the thing is that Philly, I don't know what happened. They played tonight. I don't know if they won or lost. Joel Embiid, he's injured. I'm sure he's not happy about, obviously he got into it with the reporter that's questioning whether or not he wants to play, the seriousness of his health, all that other stuff. I think that's I think ultimately people looking at where he mentioned his brother, he mentioned his son, but that's not the cup of water that caused the Atlantic to overflow. See, Joel Embiid got tired of this guy writing about his injury, about his health, about his status. Well, how are you going to leave a legacy if you hurt? Your legacy is that you're always injured. People started to read that. You see, Joel Embiid came out and said, hey, I've done too much for this city for them to be talking crazy and reckless to me. Joel Embiid attributes some of that to this writer that's constantly writing about his injury and painting him in a narrative in a negative light. So, and this plus this doesn't bode well for Doc. This might be this last stop to Cucamonga.
Think so?
I don't see how he Orlando, he wanted to move. He didn't want to rebuild with the Celtics. He goes to the Clippers. He goes to the Sixers. And now this situation, Ocho, he inherited a 29-13 team. Just saying, man. All right, Ocho. Now it's time for Rough Draft.
Rough Draft. Man, I let you at the last one. You ain't winning this one.
Ocho. Quincy Jones, musician, composer, producer, who shaped some of the biggest stars, most memorable songs in the second half of the 20th century, has passed away at the age of 91. To honor his greatness, today's list of Rough Draft best songs produced by Quincy Jones.
Who's going first?
You.
First song for me is Dirty Diana, Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna go Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon.
Damn it.
I got him. I got him on the rope. Down goes Ocho. Down goes Ocho. Down goes Ocho.
All right. Give me Frank Sinatra, Come Fly With Me. Come fly with me. Never mind. I forgot we can't sing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go We Are the World.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Michael Jackson. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
I like that. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna go Off the Wall. Look, if we just took Michael Jackson's song,
yeah.
So that's my last. I ain't picking no more Michael Jackson songs. Because we can pick any Michael Jackson song. We can pick Smooth Operator. We can put Thriller. We can put Billie Jean.
Hey, I'm going Beat It. I'm going one last Michael Jackson song. Beat It.
Okay. I'm going to go George Benson. Give Me the Night.
I'm going, Misty, Sarah Vaughan. Chat don't know about Misty.
I'm going Brothers Johnson, Strawberry Letter number 23. Hello, my. Okay, I can't do it.
It's My Party.
Leslie Gore. And You Cry If You Want To.
It's my party in the cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. That was 5, huh? It's my party and I cry if I want to. If
okay.
I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you.
Baby. I'm gonna do Baby Come to Me, Patty Austin and James Ingram.
Well, I think I won that. I won that rough draft again.
I don't think so, Ocho. Chat.
The chat gonna tell you. Yeah, the chat gonna tell you. And I would hope they would be on my side in this difficult time.
Yeah, we could have put Brother Johnson Stomp. I like Stomp. That Ocho don't know anything about Stomp. So I went with Fly Me to the Moon, We Are the World, Off the Wall, Give Me the Night, Strawberry Letter number 23, and honorable mention, Baby Come to Me. Ocho went Dirty Diana, Michael Jackson, Come Fly With Me, Frank Sinatra, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Michael Jackson, Beat It, Michael Jackson, Misty, and last but not least, It's My Party.
It's my party.
Ooh, Ocho, now it's time for Spello Cinco.
Yeah. Hold on, I got to stretch. Once I stretch, boy, it's a wrap, boy. I went 4 for 5 last time. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good today, boy.
Man, these words here, hell, I can't even
Oh
pronounce them.
no, oh no. That hold on. Let me say a prayer. Let me say a prayer real quick. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hold on. I gotta make sure I pronounce this right, because you say I don't be
Yeah,
pronouncing
yeah,
words
just
right.
yeah. Because the better you pronounce the word, the easier it is for me to sound it out based on how you pronounce it and give me a better idea on how to spell it. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to.
Anti-penultimate. The first word is anti-penultimate. 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 Anti-penultimate.
Anti, I know anti, A-N-T-I. Now I need
Okay.
I need a little better pronunciation on the second half of the word.
I'm gonna stop you. It's ANTEPENULTIMATE.
See,
Anti.
y'all not playing fair. Y'all not playing fair. Yeah, all right. I ain't missing no more. Come on, come on. Come to me again. Come at me again. Come at me again.
Cod swallop.
What?
Cod swallop.
Cop.
Cod
Okay,
swallop.
cod swallow. COD SWALLOP. Ah!
Correct. Cod swallop.
Stop me. This is what I do. This is what I do. I never heard that word before. But when you pronounce it the right way, it allows me to, man, shit. What is what I do, man? Stop playing with me, boy.
Third one.
Let's go. What's next?
Oh yeah, dilettante. 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 A person who cultivates an area of interest such as arts without real commitment or knowledge. Dilettante.
All right, dilettante. Don't listen. Dilettante. DILATONT. There's no way that's wrong. Dilettante.
DILETTANTE.
What
Dilettante.
the fuck? Serious?
Huh?
So I was wrong?
Can you see it?
Can I see who?
That topic bar that we got for you.
Wait, hold on. I gotta look at. Hold on. I gotta look at the chat. Hold on.
Humdudgeon. Yeah, I ain't get it. Humdudgeon. Your next word is humdudgeon. It's an imaginary illness or pains.
Who?
Humdudgeon. 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 It's an imaginary illness or pain.
Humdudgeon. Humdudgeon. HUM. HUMDUN. GEN.
HUMDUDGEON. Humdudgeon.
Damn, man. Hold on. Before you give me the next word, hold on. Let me get a mental reset real quick, because that's two wrong in a row. Hold on. Damn.
Lachrymose.
Okay, here we go.
The last word is lachrymose. Lachrymose.
Okay, lock. That don't make no sense. Lachrymose. LOC. Lachrymose. Lachrymose.
LACHRYMO.
You just started spelling out the blue.
Yeah, because when you said LO,
I was
it's
finna
LA.
say LO, LA. I wouldn't. Y'all cheating.
You were getting that one.
Y'all cheating. Hey, where y'all getting these damn words from?
Man, hey, because I call Harvard and they say any Harvard freshman should be able to spell these words.
I was a junior when I was at Harvard.
You definitely should have spelled them.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out who uses these words in their day-to-day life.
Nobody.
Damn.
All right, Ocho. Now it's time for Dunk on Unc.
Okay, we got this. Hold on. Here we go. You going, what I went, 1 for 4?
Yes.
All right. Make sure you
1 for 5.
Make sure you get the same treatment. All right, Dunk on Unc. Tampa Bay Buccaneers edition, chat. Dunk on Unc, Tampa Bay Buccaneers edition. You ready?
Yes.
When did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers join the NFL? What year?
1976.
Motherfucker.
Give me that. Give it to me. Give it to me, Jordan. I'm logged on.
Hey.
www.unc.com.
Hey, man, did somebody brief you? Because you answered a little too fast. You didn't even think, man. You answered a little too fast.
Y'all see? Chat, y'all see? If I answer fast, somebody helping me. If I answer slow, somebody helping me. How am I supposed to answer?
Next question. Now, I'm going to know, listen, based on your answer and how fast you answer it, I'm going to know something's up. It's too coincidental. Who holds a franchise record for the most passing yards in a single season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Jameis Winston, over 5,000.
What year was that?
Oh, you see, you just asked me that. You got to ask that in the question. Jameis Winston, final answer.
Okay, you got that right.
I'm logged on.
You got that right.
I'm logged on.
Okay, you got two right. Which team did the Buccaneers defeat to end their record-setting 26-game losing streak? What team did the Bucs beat to defeat to end their record-setting 26-game losing streak? But this was in 1977 as well. Just for better context, they help you with your answer.
I'm just gonna take the Saints.
He cheating now. Hell no.
I'm logged on. Y'all better stop playing with Shake. Now what, chat?
Man, ain't no way in hell you knew.
Chat, what y'all saying now, chat? I need y'all.
Nah, hell no.
www.unc.com. I'm logged on. And this ain't no dial-up.
www.cheating.com.
This is 15. This is 15G. This ain't even out nowhere but in this house.
Hey, man, hold on. Hell no, man. Okay. Who's the all-time leading rusher for the Buccaneers? I mean, you bet you don't know this.
Ooh. They had a whole lot of. I'm gonna go James Wilder. Hey, chat. What y'all talking about, chat?
Wait, one thing about it, boy, you got the Lord on your side today, boy. I tell you that. I tell you that. If
you know what, I'm finna log off. Because I get them all right again. You gonna be upset. I'm logging off the 15G.
Which team did the Buccaneers face in their first playoff appearance in 1979?
Dallas Cowboys.
We got him. Got him, chat. Wrong. The answer is the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. Yeah.
They lost to the Cowboys in the championship game, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know about all that. I just know.
I think they lost to the Cowboys in the championship
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Which quarterback threw 35 interceptions in his second season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? 35. Shit.
Oh, that was in 1988, so that had to be Vinny Testaverde. Done. Done. I'm done. I don't want to talk no more. I don't need to play no more. I don't even want to play no more. Let me take my computer and go home. Give my computer. I'm taking my computer and going home. I don't want to play no more.
Hell nah. Hey, so you nah. Yeah, y'all cheating over there, man. Somebody, they didn't gave you the questions ahead of time. Like nobody helped me. Y'all don't give me no study book.
Bruh, do you know how happy Ash be when I get it wrong? She be up here talking about, I'm like, whose side you on? Oh, yeah, you hear her talking about Ocho?
Oh, man.
Okay, Ocho, you know what I'm saying? I did a computer.
Man, y'all cheat. Man, you cheating.
I'm going to take my computer and go home.
Damn.
All right, Ocho, now it's time for our last segment of the day.
Hey, chat, something ain't right, chat.
Illinois Jay said, y'all ain't ready for this conversation, but Greek has reached his ceiling. I guess he's saying Giannis, Greek freak. You do realize his ceiling is 30-12. 30, 12, and 5. Does he understand how high that ceiling is, Ocho?
Yeah.
OKT said, think the Jazz are tanking for Cooper Flag? Yep, I would. He'd fit in perfect out there.
Where?
In Utah.
Man, you think he want to go from Milwaukee to Utah?
Cooper Flag, the Duke freshman.
Oh, okay. Oh, Cooper Flag. He a young boy. Nice, huh? He's nice.
Brian Ian said, give me your best Detroit basketball. Shout out to the Pistons for 2-game win streak. Also, go Lions, best in the NFC. Ocho, you got the plate with me. Ocho, you got a plate with me? You know this? Yes, the Pistons beat the Lakers tonight. I think they won the other night also. AD had another monster night. The Lakers bench is terrible.
They that bad?
They are awful. They might have the worst bench in all of basketball, or at least somewhere between 28th, 29th, and 30th. They're terrible. I think they scored 10 points tonight. They got outscored 27-10. The Lakers starters are pretty good. Yeah, you can win with the starters, but their bench is terrible. They get nothing. I mean, they had a couple of guys just got 18, 19 minutes of cardio.
They scared to shoot the ball, huh?
Adam Blaze says, what up, Unc Ocho? Looking forward to Week 10 Ravens versus the Bengals rematch. Steelers versus the Commanders. Texans versus the Lions. Which game are you most excited for? Steelers playing their first team this season that's hot right now. I think it'll show if the Steelers are legit.
Oh, that Steelers legit, especially on offense. I mean, especially on defense. But who the Steelers playing? Who they playing, Unc?
The Commanders.
That's gonna be a good.
Texans got the Lions.
Oh,
the Bengals, obviously the Thursday night game.
Yeah, we winning that. Hey, we winning that. We playing the Ravens. So we finna have some Ravens soup. And any Ravens fans that are in the chat, you know I love y'all. You know how I feel about you. This ain't no disrespect. This is friendly banter, friendly competition. And Thursday, you know what it is. You know what it is.
Who is Atlas, Unc and Ocho? What do the Ravens have to do in order to win? Run the football and limit the big plays.
Except when they play the Bengals. But go ahead.
UW 1906. My wife says half my sentence now start with Shannon said, Ocho, my wife is sad about you and Rail. If Shay won't call her, let me help. Been married for years. I got you. Like Papa said, you fattening up a frog for another snake. Let's get right.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get right.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, Ocho, if you could write Rail a letter sharing one thing or more you admire about her, what don't you say enough? What would you write? Since she's not ready to talk, try mailing her a letter with your feelings.
Bingo. Matter of fact, I like that. I like that idea. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on that tonight. Matter of fact, I can't even sleep. You know how hard it is to sleep? When you lose the piece of your puzzle? You know how hard it is to sleep when you have Legos? You know how hard it is to sleep when you got Legos and one of the pieces to your Legos is missing, so you really can't complete it? You know how hard that is?
Yep.
You know how hard it is to have a number 2 pencil and the eraser is gone, so you really can't erase after you write something down. Huh? You get where I'm going? You know how hard it is to walk in a pair of shoes and you ain't got no shoelaces to keep you together? Come on, stay with me now. All right. Yeah, a love letter. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna mail it. I'm gonna mail it.
Hey, somebody say let Unc write it though. Mike Ann says it's my birthday. Appreciate a shout out last night. Ocho, keep smiling, boy. Life too short. Love y'all.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
Appreciate you, Mike. We appreciate the support. What we got? Who we got next? Leo Flanoa said, what's up, guys? This is your college teammate, Shed. I would like to wish my sister, Mimi Flanoa Barron, a happy 57th birthday. Happy birthday, Mimi. Leo, this ain't really you. I know you don't. You know less about computers than me, so I know I couldn't get on. So I know you can't. But happy birthday, Mimi. Happy 57th. Hopefully, you had a very enjoyable 57th birthday, and many, many more to come. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and thank you for all your support. Jerry Lee said, Unc Ocho, my best friend been rejected about 6 times in his life, and now is currently in his mid-30s. No females where he works. Money don't fall out of his pockets, and he's a 2 on a scale of 10. Help me help him.
Shit, help me help who? You got to at least be a 5 to get some goddamn help. Boy, you know how hard it is? You're already behind the 8 ball if you're a 2.
If you're a 2, you got to find a 1.
You know what? Let me stop. I ain't in no position to be laughing at nobody. I ain't in no position.
Damn, a man. Ocho, now, hold on. You could be ugly with money. You can look good with no money. You can't be both.
Yeah. You got to pick a struggle.
You can't be both. BOAL. He both.
You got to pick a struggle.
Hey,
I'm with you when you're right, I'm with you when you're right.
Woo!
Hey, that's.
I mean, how you gonna be broke and ugly?
Yeah, you got to pick a struggle, one or the other. Most of the time, you want to lead towards being ugly and having some money. Because if you got your money,
your money, if you got money,
you get whoever you want.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You right, Ocho.
Yeah, you get whatever you want because it's a whole lot of funny looking folk walking around with beautiful women. Yeah, shit, look at me. Well, damn, man.
Hey. I ain't saying I ain't no 2 though. I ain't saying nothing about no 8, no 9. I ain't no 10, but I damn sure ain't no 2.
I told you yesterday, boy, I'm a strong 7.5 with a haircut.
I'm 7 possible. 7, you know.
You say 7 possible?
Yeah, I'm a 7. You know.
Yeah.
I get my hair colored. Go to the gym, get a nice little pump on.
Right.
I got these green leather pants, Ocho, that's kind of wide, that's flared at the bottom. Got me a nice little green sweater. I put that on. You can't hit me in the ass with a red apple. I know I'm an 8 possible. I know I'm 8.5 with that on. Somebody, you can't tell me. I'll fight somebody they tell me, Shannon, I ain't an 8. Lying to me.
Hell no. Once I put some clothes on, boy, it's a wrap.
I put them green wide leg leather pants on with that sweater, Ocho.
Yeah.
Face all moisturized. Right. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm probably gonna hit chest. So everything, you know what I'm saying? Like the sweater fit. Let somebody tell me I ain't 8.5.
I'm with you when you're right now. Yeah.
8.5, sure enough.
Hey.
Frank said, Unc Ocho, if Mahomes pulls off the unthinkable goals, a perfect 20-0 three-piece, does that make him the greatest in your eyes?
Damn. The greatest?
20-0, something that's never been done. 17-0 is the best, so 20-0 obviously would be the best. A three-peat, nobody's ever done that.
Can you imagine if they go?
It's hard. I mean, nobody was ever even thought of being the GOAT at year 7, year 8 of their career, Ocho. Jordan wasn't even the GOAT at year 8 of his career. Maybe Jim Brown was. Jim Brown was thought of the GOAT because he won the MVP and Rookie of the Year as a rookie. He won 3 MVPs. He only played 9 years.
No. If he does the unthinkable, obviously winning 3 in a row, I think it puts him in the conversation. But I think Tommy will always be the GOAT based on what he's done over the entirety of his career. But
that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing. He won 3 in a row. That's only 8. That means he still probably got another 8 years to play. See, but here's the problem now. The question is it rings? Because Jordan don't have the most rings and people say he's the GOAT. Because there are a lot of players that have more rings than Jordan. So I'm just trying to figure out, I'm a totality. I'm looking at all pro teams. I'm looking at Pro Bowl selections. I'm looking at, passing. I'm looking at all that. You have to look at a body of work. We just can't base it on rings, because if it's just rings, Bill Russell is the GOAT. Is that what we're doing? No, we're not. There are a lot of guys. John Havlicek, Casey Jones, Sam Jones. There are a lot of guys that have more rings. So, look, I still think he would need – if he gets to 5, and then let's see where he ends up on the all-time touchdown list, passing yardage list. How many Pro Bowls does he make? How many first-team All-Pros? How many MVPs does he have? Now we can really have a serious discussion. But I think year 8, that's just asking – that's just, year 8? Because he came in 2016. So it's year 9 for him, right? So it's year 9 for him. That's asking an awful lot, Ocho. Year 9 to crown somebody the greatest player. He came in 2017, so this is year 8. Year 8.
Damn.
Flame Pilar Diaz. My Bucs were supposed to be the chosen ones this year. Why are we so hurt playing this ugly soft coverage? Because y'all don't have them guys out there on the edge. Because when you bring extra people, your guys got to be dogs to hold up.
Yeah. Hey, they ain't got nothing on the back end.
They used to, early on, they were a pressure team.
They don't really got the personnel to be able to do what they want to do, if that makes sense.
No. Sonny Stanley, Griff, thank you for signing my glove in 96. I still have it. Mariner for life. Patterson Yazzie said, Nightcap, just got back from the New York Marathon. I fell off the last few miles. I still got 3 hamstring cramps. Still ran 2:46. Not my best time, but will rebound. Went to my first club that same day to celebrate.
Congrats.
What you think, Ocho? Man, I just couldn't imagine. Hell, I don't drive 26 miles a day, let alone run. Hell no. I might drive 26 miles every 3 days. Every 3 days, I drive 26 miles from the gym and back.
I mean, you got to think. It's whatchamacallit though, huh? It's at your own pace. You running for time, but you running for your time.
I'm still running.
Okay.
That's me. One foot in front of the other. That's still me doing that. I don't care if I'm walking.
Oh, hell no.
MDJ Original said, Unc, I got an exclusive SSU jacket. Would love to give it to you Friday when on my campus at Clark, Atlanta. I'll see you there, bro. Ocho. That concludes this edition of Nightcap. Thank you guys for joining us. The Kansas City Chiefs remain undefeated with an overtime victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers by the score of 30-24. Kareem Hunt plows in from 2 yards out, and they win it to remain undefeated. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. We want to thank our very special guest, Ken Griffey Jr., one of the historically great ball players of all times. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. That guy is holding up the nightcap. You can't see his face. He's a Bingo Ring of Fame honoree. He's a Pro Bowler. He's an All-Pro, and he's most proud of being from Liberty City. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Call him Ocho. Make sure you subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you guys for helping us to achieve a level that we did not anticipate this fast. Thank you so much for your support and your continued support. Please make sure you check out Shea by LaPortier. With the holidays right around the corner, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, not in that order, but hey, we'll make sure we get it into you in time so you have something to celebrate. Thank you again for your support of Shea by LaPortier. Ocho, please follow my media company, Shay Media, on all platforms, and my clothing company with 84 being spelled out. Our newest release dropped last week. I was hell when I was well, and I'll lie for you before I lie to you t-shirts, black nightcap hoodies, and by popular demand, Stay With Me Now hoodies. And of course, our best sellers, the Unc Ocho tees. We got a lot of quick requests for Unc Ocho tees to come in black. We listen. We drop those over the weekend. Quantities are limited, and make sure you go grab yours now while supplies last. Thank you, Griff, Ken Griffey Jr. for joining us today. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Again, the Bucs, the Chiefs defeat the Bucs to remain undefeated, 30-24 in overtime. Patrick Mahomes leads a game winning drive. That concludes Nightcap. I'm Unc. The guy that slid off screen is Ocho. We'll see you on Wednesday.